Yeah, guess who's back up in this boy? It is I, the merchandise Eddie Stanley, and this is Caution Real Radio because let's face it, you gotta have a cautionary procedure before you do this. Today's show, even though I know it's been a minute, it dang near been a month, and I apologize because real life happens and you kind of get sidetracked of what you want to accomplish, but you really can't. So you tend to not focus on the stuff. Um, Sorry, listening fans and everybody, but today's show, I want to talk about cyberbullying, online gangsters, and stuff like that, which is kind of messed up because, see, I experienced something like that, but it's one of them things of it's just a whole nother topic I don't want to get into, and I don't want to give the person that's supposed to be beefing with me any indication that he matters. I was gonna do this show regardless. It just got put on hiatus. Anyway, let's go back to what I was saying. Let's talk about online bullying. In this society today, it is a lot of kids that get cyberbullied, and it's a whole different monster than what we was when we were kids. If you in the age group of, I say, about 25 to beyond or older, um, it's hard because, see, with bullying, the bully will bully you, and then that's when you will finally stand up to that bully to knock their block off or whatever. But then it's kind of, but then y'all will either be cool or whatever happens. The messed up thing about cyberbullying is that kids and stuff, and I know the anti-bullying stuff only works so far. With cyberbullying, now there's a paper trail. Now there's always where we can decide that, yeah, this is what you're doing. Kids that's taking their own lives because they're getting bullied so much is asinine. Is the death rate with suicides due to bullying when I was a kid to bullying cybernetically, quote unquote. I don't even know if that's a word, but it truly puts it in the perspective of going, wow, what's really going on, where you feel like you don't have nothing else to live for. Is truly one of them. We need to, like, as parents, we have to pay attention to what our kids doing. Talk to them. Like I said before, I know life is hard where you get smacked in the face. One good thing is minimum wage went up, so that way you can actually pay more attention to your kids instead of working them 2-3 jobs. Even though cost of living is still going to raise, at least you can somewhat be comfortable now with a decent amount of living at minimum wage. But it really boils down to the fact of, this is to my kids. Hopefully the parents, because like I said, my show, I don't cuss in it. I try not to cuss and all that stuff, but hopefully a parent that actually listens will actually let their kids hear this episode of knowing that just because you're getting cyberbullied, life is going to get better. You are not going to stay in this whole little scrawny dude, or you're going to be this, or you're going to be that. Even with the whole little being on the video game system, you shouldn't have to get bullied. There's no place in this world to get bullied, but at the same time, I'm not even going to sit back and say that me getting bullied was the best thing. Me getting bullied just made me a stronger person to actually give me courage to do things. I sit here now in front of the laptop computer with the mic, with the music, all that stuff, looking, going, wow, look at everything I'm accomplished compared to the people that actually bullied me. That's why they have shows and movies about that kid that got bullied coming out ahead of themselves than the people that was quote unquote popular in school. It's just a rough patch. You can get through it. I guarantee you can get through it, because even though you don't know me from a hole in the wall, even if you do know me from a hole in the wall, it's still one of them things of you can survive it. Life is about survival. It's not really about, oh, well, life is what you make it. Yes, it is. I will agree with that to a certain extent. Just if you get caught up with a bully, do the proper thing. Tell somebody. Talk to your parents about it. Parents, make time to actually talk to your kid. I try to talk, well, I ain't gonna say I try. I talk to my kids every day of going, what's going on? Alright, how was school? Did you have fun? Even when it's close to their bedtime, did you have fun at the dinner table? At all that stuff, because quite frankly, it's truly one of those things of you never know what your kid might be holding in that will make them do something that will change the life forever. I mean, I didn't mean to give dead air, but it's truly one of them. The bully thing is not tolerated. It shouldn't be tolerated, but you should know that you will survive it, because let's face it, you're not going to get more than what you can handle at that time. Because it's truly one of them things of you have to understand that if somebody is bullying you, it's because they're trying to put fear into you. They're trying to make their lives better, because they probably, you don't know their situation at home. That's why, look, even though they're a bully, try talking with them. Never resort to violence, because violence is not the answer, especially nowadays. Because, like I said, back in my time, I could actually fight the person that was bullying me, and we'll look at each other. Either he'll respect me because I stood up to him, or he'll just leave me alone altogether if I end up putting him on his behind, or if he put me on my behind. He'll go, well, I know if I mess with this dude, he's going to keep messing with me. And that's all what it is about. That's why they took the basic bullying and made it a paper trail type thing. Because without the paper trail, then guess what? You never know what might go down with everything. And I know I'm rambling and I should have been more prepared, but like I said, I needed to get something out there because I lost focus, because I end up bullying myself to go, okay, well, I'll bring out a show next week, this. But it's also with everything. So, needless to say, I'm back. You will be getting episodes every week again, because I have to put forth an effort if I'm going to make this and not let stuff hold me back. Oh, I hate that word. Y'all know I hate Now on to the cyber. I mean, we was talking about cyberbullying, and let's shift to online gangsters. Online gangsters, the definition to an online gangster to me is somebody that actually mouth off and know they can't be touched because they stay 1,000 miles away from somebody. I find the little commercials funny of going, well, why don't you put your name out there, even with people who make comments on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, anything that go, oh, well, you suck, this. Put your name to it. That's why we have a big issue now. Nobody want to put their name. Everybody is at fault for something. Cyberbullying and online gangsters is the same thing. They just call it trolling and all that stuff, because this is something that you can't do in real life, because real life situations has consequences. Online, you can say whatever you want to and get away with it. Why? Because there's not going to be somebody that's going to look for you unless they stay in your own home, like unless they stay in your state or your country and all that stuff. That's why I just sit back and laugh at the whole thing. I play the little games, but when I hit people with logic, compared to, okay, well, I'm upset, to me is more funnier, is more amusing, because there's nothing you can do about me using logic. There's nothing I can do for you just actually acting a fool. It's truly one of them things. It's like playing chess over and over again and stalemating. That's basically what it is. Eventually you'll get tired. Eventually it do. Cause like video game systems are recreational, fun, all that stuff. Then there's the people that you run across that take it serious, that go, oh my God, you need to do this, or this. And them, I look at them and like, it is my opinion, and I'm sorry for having my opinion. To me, that's sad, because you're stressing about a video game when you should be stressing about real life or what's going on. Video games supposed to take you away from real life, so that way you don't have to think about the stupid issues that you could be having with Bobby Johnson down the street, or Kira whatever, that's saying that you're fat and you're this and you're that. I find even more funnier when you have grown people, including myself, that actually prey on little kids. Because I gotta include myself, because like I have made some kids mad on the game and all that. But I myself, do I consider myself an online gangster? No, because all I'm doing is playing the game. That's all I'm doing. Do the game make me mad? Yes. Would somebody that's better than me actually beat me? Yes. Will it make me mad? No. Why? Because all it's supposed to do, you're only as good as your competition. But when you feel like you don't have no competition, you kind of slack off. And that's what I've been doing, slacking off. Same thing with this radio program. I've been slacking off. This might be a short show. It might not be a short show, because like I said, I really just need to get back into this. Um I really just needed to actually put something else out there to make myself feel better. I really needed to actually go stay the course and actually talk about random stuff that's real, stuff that's not. And that's why, even with this episode, do I expect to get a lot of likes? Not really. Do I plan on getting some subscribers? Hopefully. But that's why I said next week's show, I do have a special guest, and everybody know it's my yin to my yang, where we're going to be talking about what if the United States had a red light district. But until then, to focus on now, because see, I got on rambling tip because I had little to no show prep. Um, it's one of them things. When it comes to cyberbullying, take it for what it is. It's cyberbullying. Is nobody really doing anything to hurt you? People really don't. People like to have the last word to things. People actually want to matter in certain situations. Why? Because why not? Everybody wants to feel like they matter in this world. Some people matter outside of the online circle, other people do not. I'm not knocking the people that feel they don't matter, but my thing is, step outside, get some fresh air, try to meet people. You don't have to talk to everybody. Just, hey, how you doing? Just strike up a simple conversation. And that's why I tell people my door is always open. I'll always sit back and talk to people. I'll always respect everybody, because this is basically what it boils down to. Cyberbullying and online gaming gangsters, they truly don't need to have respect, because they feel that they can get respect just by tormenting you. The only difference is, yeah, they can torment you, but when they run across somebody that got a higher intellect than them, they just shut down. They try to make it where they get under your skin, but you get under their skin by just being kind to them, by killing them with kindness, while still trying to have a simple conversation when they arguing with you. It's easy to walk away, but it's harder to walk away from certain situations than it is to just stick around and let it play through. I'm one of them people, I stick around, let it play through. My whole thing is, to me, when it's online gaming gangsters, that's why so many videos out here on YouTube about people trolling people just to get a rise out of them. Why? Because it's easy to get a rise out of people who don't look at the system, or don't look at games, or don't look at things for what they are. That's why it's easy. That's why you can get under their skin. That's why you can do stuff. I myself, do I consider myself a cyber bully? No. Will other people think I'm a cyber bully? Probably. But that's their opinions, and as long as you stay true to yourself and stay to porn, not porn, stay to form. If they stay to form, you have nothing to worry about. I'm pretty much content. I'm just trying to tell people who get mad at games, mad at people on the games, people who get mad online, even when people tweet or comment on things, just let them have their moment to shine. Don't feed into it, because feeding into it, all you doing is just adding more fuel to the fire for them to keep going. I'm not one of them people that like to keep going, but in certain situations I do, because to me, I'm petty. It's fun for me, and I would do it. Would I actually do it in real life? No. Why? Well, then that means that I'm a cyberbully, because in real life, you know what? In real life, I probably would do it, because my thing is, here's what it basically boils down to. If you talk to me, we can air out everything right here and there. If you don't talk to me but keep trying to put jabs at me, then yeah, I am gonna say something. Yeah, I am gonna open my mouth. We're human. We're gonna automatically open our mouths, because it's truly one of them things of, nobody wants to be disrespected, and everybody feels that you need to respect the person of blah 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 or whatever, when people fail to realize you have to give respect to get respect. Don't feed into the he say she say, because feeding into the he say she say is just going to lead to nothing but trouble. That's why it pains my heart when I hear kids killing themselves because they got into a cyberbully situation where they feel like nobody loves them, that they can't talk to their parents, where they can't do this, they can't do that. That is truly sad, because if kids supposed to be our future, we supposed to provide to make sure that they are our future. That's what we got to do as a society, as everything. Even when people badmouth, it's one of them. It all boils down to cyberbullies actually feed off that, because they pretty much don't have nothing going on with their life. Like I said, it sounds like I'm talking about individuals, certain individuals, when I'm not. I'm just talking in general, because it's painful to actually understand that parents don't want their kid to be a product of cyberbullying. No parent want that. No parent actually want their kid to get frustrated at somebody that's picking with them on the game system. It kind of make you mad. It kind of make you heated. But the thing is, the difference between cyberbullying with people in your neighborhood compared to people that's 1,000 miles away is the factor of, you can actually sit down face to face and try to talk to the person that's doing it in your own city, your own state. It's kind of hard to actually do that with people that stay 1,000 miles away from you, because 9 times out of 10 they just want to rise because they don't feel good about themselves. And you know what? That's messed up, but if that's what helped them sleep at night, just don't feed into it. Because feeding into it is just going to make your life a living, you know what I'm about to say. But that's all what it boils down to. Like I said, this is a short show. it was going to be a short show because, quite frankly, I'm done with the cyberbullying thing. I'm done with the online gangster stuff because if you truly want, like, the words of advice that I can give, if you truly want to be done with the online gangster stuff on video games, all you got to do, if they're 1,000 miles away from you, all you gotta do is just state facts. They're gonna keep talking about stuff that pretty much think that's gonna upset you, but if you stay cool, then there's no reason for you to get upset. And as far as the cyberbullying thing, just don't feed into it because it's truly nothing. That's my time. I am the merchandise Eddie Stanley. This has been Caution Real Radio. Always hit us up on that Twitter. Always hit us up on YouTube and Facebook. Twitter is Caution Radio 7. Facebook is Caution Real Radio, and on here you know it's Caution Real Radio. That's been my time. I'll check y'all out next week. I'm outie. Even though that sucked, I'm still out.